Yo, what's going on, y'all? It's Combo Breaker 99 back on the Fight Front once again. Make sure y'all subscribe. All right, man, it's my last video prediction here before fight night. Holm versus Raquel Pennington 2. I'm really not looking forward to this fight. I know it's big names, marquee names in the bantamweight division, but you know, and I am a Holm fan. I like Raquel as well, but you know, I know whenever fighters have had their day, you know, whenever it's just about over. I remember when these two first fought, like, 4 or 5 years ago, almost, like 5.5 years ago, maybe 6. And that was kind of whenever, you know, Holm had just made that transition from boxing. And, you know, this fight really meant something. You know, the fight between them really meant something because they were going for that championship. They were still young and fresh. But, you know, those days have kind of passed. You know, Holm said in her interviews that, you know, that she still feel like she has it. She wants to be champion. But it's just like we've seen in boxers. You know, she was a boxer before. You know, she was a boxer in the past, you know, so she knows that sometimes people can stay in the game a little longer than they need to. And I think that's what's happening here with her. You know, she feels like she has the fire in the gym, but in the octagon, it's a totally different thing, you know, and that's not hating. You know, that's just being real. Same with Raquel. You know, Raquel's had her ups and downs. She's had some serious, you know, injuries in there. And every time I think of Raquel, I think of that brutal loss to Amanda Nunes. You know, there was a lot of damage she suffered in that fight. So since that first fight, there's been a lot of, you know, wear and tear on these fighters, you know. So really to think anything bigger will come of this rematch is really, that's really wishful thinking. You know, I'm just being honest. I ain't hate. But if I had to make a prediction in this fight, well, first off, as far as keys, you know, keys to victory for both the ladies, I think that Holm, you know, she just has to commit more. You know, she really needs to make those serious adjustments where, you know, you have to stick that jab out there. You know, you have to really stick it out there on somebody like Raquel, you know, to keep her back. You know, you have to fully commit. Don't telegraph it. Don't telegraph the jab in the left hand, because I think a lot of fighters started figuring that out about her. You know, a lot of her opponents have started figuring that game plan out. You know, she's going to have to be a little bit more methodical and not just in and out. You know, start using more angles, set up the jab in the left hand, kind of like she did in the Rousey fight, you know, but back then she was a little bit faster and fresher. You know, be a little bit more versatile. You know, she was a boxer, so she can step to the side and use angles and use more front kicks to the body on somebody like or like Raquel, and make sure she uses those check kicks to the leg, because, you know, I think that, hey, you got to capitalize. Hey, Raquel still might have some bad knees, so she might, you know, need to work that check kick. You know, check kick that calf. Raquel just needs to be on her timing. You know, Raquel, she needs to be on her timing and step in whenever Holm throws, you know, that short jab. When she throws that short jab, she needs to step in then and throw the 1-2 and kind of back her up the same way she did Irene Aldana. You know, use that experience in there and kind of walk her down and get in the clinch and fight in the clinches and take her to the ground. You know, I think that Raquel's ground game is still a little bit better than Holly's, so she wants to keep that, you know, close in that distance and take her to the ground and make it a messy and ugly fight for her, you know. But as far as my prediction in this one, if I had to pick, I would go with Holm by decision in this one. I think it'll be another close decision like the first one was. I think the first one was like a split decision for Holly. I think that Raquel still has enough IQ and experience in her to kind of time some of the moments of Holm. You know, I think she can still time her well, and she'll be getting her shots in. And I think Holly still has enough in her, speed in her to, you know, still pull out a win over Raquel, because, like I said, Raquel did suffer some injuries too that kind of switched up her fight style from how it used to be. But yeah, man, that's all I got on this one, guys. Like I said, this is a fight. I like both of these ladies, you know, but at this point, I know they're both kind of past their prime, so it's not really one I'm looking forward to. It's more of the reason it's really up there is really because of the names. You know, let's be honest. Like Sabina Mazo and JJ Aldrich, that's more of a fresher fight because, you know, they're on the come up. Same with Macy Barber. You know, she's on the come up, but these two are just really big names. So that's really what's carrying the weight for this one. But like I said, I don't really want to see this one, but if I had to pick, I'll pick Holm by another close decision. And really, man, if either of these fighters lose, whoever comes out the loser, they really should think about hanging it up. You know, that's just being honest. I don't want to see anybody get hurt. But yeah, that's all I got on this, guys. I'll see you on fight night after. I'll do my predictions after. Combo Breaker 99. Make sure y'all subscribe. Peace.